Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you the variation of the design from the original video, which will be linked down below. The original video shows how to make the frame and the bail, and then this little loop here, these two wires looping around. And in this video I'm going to show you how to do this portion here with these two little loops. So I'm going to show you how to finish it off in a slightly different way from the original video. If you'd like to make this variation, just keep watching. This stone is an obsidian, a golden sheen. You can kind of see it when I point it towards the window here. It's got a little golden sheen to it. So another option, this is the wire, the frontmost wire that in the previous one I twisted. So you can twist it if you'd like here, but I'm not going to this time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it forward, because I am going to make a loop with it. So if you do twist it, your loop is going to be made out of twisted wire as well, which, I mean, that's totally fine. Those are obviously all different variations that you can do with it. So I'm making a little loop. Instead of with this wire, with the second wire, I'm doing it straight away with the very first wire that I'm bending here. So I'm making a little loop. Let me squish it down. I want it to be nice and small. And I'm also just going to bring it here to the back. And I'm going to trim it and tuck the little wire end away. So now with the second wire, actually before we do that, I'm just gonna push that up a little bit. There we go. Just messing around with this loop, just trying to get it to look the nicest that it can. There we go. Okay. Now, if you ever get marks in it, like I just got a little bit of marks there on my wire. I don't know if you can tell, but people do ask me about that all the time because they think that like I'm doing something different, but I'm not. I get, as you just saw, marks on my wire as well because pliers will scratch wire. So if it's a really deep mark, then I'll go ahead and I'll take a little sandpaper and I'll buff it away. If it's something super minor, like this is pretty minor, I don't know if you can even see it on the video, but something really minor, then usually when you oxidize and polish the metal, you end up not noticing it after that. So now I'm taking the second wire and bringing it here, and I'm making loop number 2. So for loop number 2, you want to work this wire a little bit under the other loop. See what I'm doing there? Under. Because you want the loops to kind of overlap a little bit. It just looks better that way, in my opinion. Maybe you don't think that it does, in which case you, of course, don't have to do that. But I kind of like it when they overlap and when one is bigger than the other. See how that second one is bigger? And now when we're putting it down, we're actually going to put it above this wire. So if there isn't space, just jam your pliers in there just to work that little space in there, because it's gonna go, let me make sure my camera's focusing good here. It's going above the other wire, above it, like this. Okay, hopefully that was clear enough, that my camera was in focus enough. So now, same thing that we always do on the back here, just trim that little end off and press that in. Press, press, press. All right, so now from the front, it's got like a little bow looking thing. It's a double loop variation. All right. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.